because this ties into that well. So I want to ask you, what advice would you give to our young people entering the workforce about negotiating their salary?
Yeah, I think I would probably combine a lot of what Nomalinga said and what Marlo said about essentially what I heard was what is your value, and even taking some of these tips from C. White. I hear that as somebody that can increase your value externally, but what are you doing to increase your value internally? You know what I mean? Like, do you understand, where your values are? What decisions you're making that align with the person that you say you want to be? Do you understand that? If you understand that, then maybe the thing that this job is offering or the thing that they say you should be looking for is not the thing that you want. Oh, I'm going to go for the most pay, but I'm going to go for a space where I get paid a lot, but I have to code switch all the time. I'm not treated or considered for who I am as a young person or a black woman or a black man. But they pay me a lot, so I have to accept it. Meanwhile, my mental health is just on the straight decline. So my advice is understand your values and align all your decisions with your values. No, Malinga's right. I don't think the pay gap will ever really close. And it's not because black women aren't qualified or capable. It's because the systems that are in place weren't built with equity in mind. So we got to keep we keep pushing for what we deserve. Sure, always negotiate and push what you should deserve, but sometimes it's okay to just choose your peace. Choose your peace, and know your value is not tied to a paycheck. Your value is not determined by things outside of you externally. Please understand that it's in how you protect your time, your boundaries, and your spirit. That can feel. I'm not knocking anybody for wanting to be rich or paid well, but that doesn't have to come at a sacrifice to your peace. It doesn't always have to do that. And sometimes, the craziest thing you can do, the most radical thing you can do, isn't asking for more money, but it's walking away from places that don't see what you're worth. Just you walk away. So I always say, I had a client one time that was really upset about being passed over for a position that she was more than qualified for, and they gave it to a lesser qualified white man. And I said, "Oh, did what were they offering? Your name on the front of the building?" No, they weren't. So if your name ain't on the front of the building, you caring too much. You care too much about that place. The place that sees you as replaceable. And they don't have your name on the front of the building. They don't care about you. So know when to ask for more, sure, but also know when to release things that aren't for you. Stop shrinking yourself to fit in spaces that you're too big for. Is what I'm gonna say. All right.
Where
Oh
can we find you, Joe?
yeah, find me on my website, realuconsulting.com is right there. All my links to everything are on there. Please reach out. Let's have conversations about how to shift that mindset. Because my thing right now, Lala, is switching from survivor to thriver. That's a lot of what I'm in, especially for black men and women. That's all I'm on. Let's just switch that mode to thrive.
I absolutely love that.